I think we're on the internet.
Are we on the internet now?
Yeah, I think we are, in fact.
Maybe.
Oh, finally.
Shall I take the lead?
Yeah, have at it.
Yeah, go for it.
Welcome, everyone. All, I don't know, however many of you. That probably not a lot.
3.
3.
One of them is me.
One of them
I
is
don't
me.
know how many of them are other people. One person,
So,
maybe.
I got 5 on my screen. So hello.
Oh, I have 5
one
too. It just
one or
jumped.
2 of you.
Wow.
So this
Yeah.
is Trainwreck. This is our weekly live stream where we're going to stream pretty much anything and everything, whatever strikes our fancy week to week. And this week, in the spirit of Halloween, Tanner here is going to run a World of Darkness game for us. Now, I think the only one of us that have played World of Darkness so far has been Fiona under Tanner. So me and Tom, I think, are complete newbies. So this will be interesting.
All right. If I may take it away now for a moment.
Go right ahead.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going? So, today we are going to be doing a World of Darkness game using the classic World of Darkness system. I will be your humble storyteller, with these 3 being mortals who end up trapped in a horrific paranormal situation. So, for people who are fans of World of Darkness who might be asking questions, we are running, like I said, classic World of Darkness. The way that we're doing it is that in this way we're going to do 10s equal out to 1 additional reroll if they get a success. And they are playing mortals, so they're not playing supernaturals for this one, because I wanted that to add to the spoopy factor. But story takes place in Youngstown, and beyond that, is there anything else we'd like to add to that, besides introducing the rest of us?
We're all wearing neat costumes.
Mhm.
Well,
Oh,
except
yeah.
Tom. Tom is not.
Yeah, I'm just wearing a black t-shirt.
Yeah.
So wait, so in this system, 10s...
You're your soul.
10s do get additional rolls?
That's
Yes,
how we're playing it.
That's how we're playing. That's how I like to play. It's a house rule for myself, and it was a rule in previous settings. It only gets 1 additional reroll, and if you roll a 1, that does not take away from your previous successes. It's just a fail. Does that make sense?
No. Wait.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go.
If
Yeah.
you roll a 10 in your pool, you automatically have a success there, which means you get to roll for an additional success.
Okay.
And this is just a simple, if you succeed, you get an additional success. If you fail, you get no additional successes.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's just
so,
10
so,
to
so if the
explode.
bonus roll is a 1, it doesn't take away.
Exactly. It's just
Got
a
it.
bonus roll.
Got it.
It can only help.
All right. So with that being said, how about we go ahead and introduce the characters for this intrepid adventure?
Neato. Who wants to start?
I can start.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Nathan Clark. I am a senior at Youngstown State, history major. But I've always had a fascination with the stories of paranormal and what might be out there, ghosts or cryptids like Bigfoot or Chupacabra. I'm a firm believer that the paranormal does in fact exist, but it's just science that we don't understand yet. And I'm fascinated with the idea of being able to witness the things that I've read, the accounts I've read so much about, and capture it in a way where I can prove to others what I've witnessed. I'm really good at researching the internet and finding these stories and, the ghost stories and the tales of places and what people have seen in their accounts online and paranormal forums and the like. And I'm just hoping to find something myself, but only if I can prove that it's actually legit. If I can disprove it myself, so will everyone else. So it's not paranormal until I can prove it's not anything else.
All right, fantastic. How about we move on to Fiona?
Okay. My name is Caroline Smith. I'm also a senior at YSU. I wanted to go to, some kind of art school or somewhere where I could study film, but my parents convinced me that that was not the best idea. So, I'm here at YSU getting a, general studies degree. I take some, art classes here and there, but there's nothing that would be to the level of most schools. So I just try to, do it in my spare time. I go out and film with my friends. Some of my friends have kind of semi-successful YouTube channels, so that's kind of cool. We get to talk shop here and there. But yeah, I love, going out with them a lot more than I like spending my days, working crappy part-time jobs and going to school. So we'll see.
All right, how about Tom, the more quiet one so far of the day?
Hey, my name's Paranormal Joe, and I just hit about 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, that's pretty cool, And I'm interested in the paranormal. I want to go out there, see what's going on. Maybe something gets a little scary out there. Maybe I fight a ghost or something. We'll find out what happens. Pretty cool. But I go out different haunted places. Maybe fuck with some ghosts here and there. Something comes up on the clicker thing, and it's like, whoa, bro, that's blowing my mind. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Clicker. You mean the EMF device?
That one. I've got 3 of them in my truck, dude.
Great.
All right. So the last of which, before I get into the setting, is that these 3 are also going to be flanked by an NPC by the name of Kenny Redman. And Kenny Redman is your typical undergraduate, underachieving stoner type. He has long, shaggy hair, an unkempt beard. He is always seen wearing a bright red shirt that has not been washed in days and a pair of really torn-up jeans. He always has the smell of weed on him and just seems to be here because he really likes Nathan, Caroline, and Paranormal Joe and just kind of likes hanging out with them.
Man, Kenny. Kenny's the best. Who's Nathan? I don't know.
Nathan.
Oh, that's Nathan's all right.
Hi.
Not him. So
Kenny's the best.
4 years of high school. No, it's okay.
Yeah, 4 years of high school, 5 years of college.
Mm.
I'm going to start off here by giving you all the setting and what all's happening right now with your all's world. So here's what you know right now about what you all have been wanting to do. Well, you've all been your kind of ghost hunters and going on your ghost hunting adventures. There was a place that's actually in Youngstown you all never really got the chance to go to called the Old Youngstown Butler Hotel. It was an old hotel that was really popular during the steel boom. And was built in the 1920s and was kept open until about the 1980s whenever it completely shut down for good. The building remains standing but dilapidated, and there have been several attempts to rebuild the hotel or sell it off to other people, and everyone has been scared off by strange noises or various paranormal activity. It is said to be one of the more haunted places in America, and for you all, this has been kind of your golden goose, so to speak. You've always wanted to go, but the place is always heavily guarded. There's very heavy fencing and whatnot. But as luck would have it, recently there was a big layoff for security, so the place is currently under lax security right now. And a lot of the fencing and things that were keeping it protected have been looted or stolen or whatnot from various other people. So at this point now, it's kind of yours for the taking. I would say that you all are currently, let's say, sitting in Kilcawley Center, which, for anyone who's not from Youngstown State, is kind of the epicenter of the college, with your various notes and whatnot laid out as you're preparing for this journey. Kenny is sitting over there drinking a coffee, not really paying much attention to what you all are doing. And to get you all acclimated, I want you all to make some rolls to see if you learn anything else about the hotel. I'm going to start with Nick, because Nick is going to be the easiest one, or Nathan, if you will. Nathan, I would like you to make an intelligence plus research check, and the difficulty for this is going to be 6. in order to see if you'd learn of any other stories about the old Youngstown Butler Hotel.
Okay, so I'm rolling a die for each dot I have of each of those. I have 5 intelligence, 4 research, so I'm rolling 9, correct?
You are rolling 9 dice, and for everything that's 6 and above is a success.
Alrighty. Oof. Oh no, that's good. Six successes.
Oof.
Oof. Fantastic. All right. So, through your research, you were quickly able to dive into the internet, go onto the real forums, not the ones that have all those like fake news stories behind them. You know where to search. And you find a lot of stories about various strange occurrences, especially as the steel bust started to happen and the rust belt started to form. A lot of disappearances and strange events happened in the hotel. For instance, 2 maids who were sisters named Anne and Betsy Willis were actually cleaning out a furnace one day whenever it surprisingly closed and they were baked from the inside.
Oof.
You also hear of a story of a card game that had gone wrong between 4 steel workers named Pike, Joshua, Jim, and Jay, and the fight turned extremely bloody, and all 4 ended up killing each other in a room, and it said that they can still hear their ghosts in that room to this day. Let's see here. That should be about it for those. Do you have any follow-up questions, Nathan? Anything that you messaged or commented?
Yeah, 1 second. I just wanted to organize my notes here just to make sure that
of course
everything is in a fashion that I can understand. Jane and Betsy Willis. You said that was a boiler accident or something like that?
Yeah, they were cleaning out like a furnace.
Ah.
They were cleaning out a furnace whenever it suddenly closed up and for whatever reason went full force and started to boil them from the inside, like we cooked them. Which is extremely odd because it doesn't seem like that's even possible, but they found their charred corpses in the furnace the following day.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, and then what were the names of the other individuals?
Pike, Joshua, Jim, and Jay.
Jim and Jay. Well, what was the first name?
Pike. P-A-I-P-I-K-E. Pike. It was a nickname.
Okay. And then they went... I'm sorry, I think you cut out when you were describing what happened to them.
So what happened was that the 4 of them were steel workers that were staying in the hotel overnight. They had been shipped in for extra help. They had a card game, and it went bloody very quickly. Rumors say that one of them was cheating, and it kind of snowballed while everybody was kind of turning on each other. The fight turned bloody, and eventually all 4 of them killed each other in the room through various means.
Alrighty. And those are the only 2 stories I could uncover?
Yes, those were definitive stories. With your
those
successes,
are the ones that stand out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not only did they stand out, but they're the ones that are clearly not bullshit.
Right. I'm pretty good at sussing out the ones that are like, oh yeah, this one room, there's bangs in the walls at random times.
Yeah.
Yeah, air ducts do that. So, okay.
All right. Let's see here. Tom or Fiona, would any of you all like to make additional checks, either with research, occult, computer, anything like that, investigation, anything to add on to addition to this?
Yeah. I'll roll. I just did what Nick rolled. I wrote it down earlier. Shit. Sorry. I messed it up. There we go. 2 successes.
All right, with 2 successes. You go through some research, and unlike Nick, you're having a bit of a hard time sussing out the bullshit. You're quickly finding, it's like this one story of like, oh yes, this young couple who ended up like committing suicide in the basement. You're like, come on, that's Bush League shit. You eventually pull out a story of every now and again people see a woman, a very beautiful woman with very pale skin, black hair, and like black like robes. However, whenever someone has tried to take a picture of her or has tried to video her in any way, shape, or form, she does not come up on camera at all. But people said that they have seen her as clear as day.
Okay. I am still pretty skeptical of this, but I pass this along to my friends in our Facebook group message, which I'm sure we have. Just like link. No further explanation.
Me looking at it, does it stand out as something that's noteworthy, or does it sound out like it's in league with the unreliable bullshit that happens a lot?
With your previous research check, you could say that there seems to be some validity to this, but it's a little bit more hairy than the other two. You get it from not as many resources. It seems to happen less frequently than the other two. So you're not really sure on this one. It's kind of like a maybe, but probably not.
We'll look into it, Caroline. That could be in something interesting.
All right. I mean, like, if I can't film it, then I don't see what the point is. But I thought that like you would find it interesting.
Well, do you have access? Do you have access to potentially like maybe infrared or a all spectrum camera? Maybe.
I think one of my viewers gave me one the one time.
then yeah, I'll use that.
Your viewers give you like really expensive gifts.
Yeah, man, they love the show, dude.
All right. Well, if you ever don't want
scraping
something like that,
Sony Handycam.
If you ever don't want some of your expensive gifts, I will happily take them off your hands.
Yeah, but maybe this particular phenomenon can't be captured by cameras that only use the visible light spectrum.
So,
I mean, yeah, I'll set it up.
After doing a quick roll here, judging from the fact that you are college students, and though the fact that Joe here does have a YouTube channel, I would say that you all would have access to that equipment, but it's not high quality.
It's a shittier one.
Good.
Yeah.
I can make it look fine. We'll change it in post. It's fine.
It's not about looking fine. It's about capturing what's really there.
It's about entertainment.
Yeah, man. It's all about capturing the moment.
It's just gotta look authentic. That's what people want to see, you know? Like, it just gotta look like, you're really there. You want to feel like you're.
That's what I said. It's about being entertained and entertainment.
Guys, it's gotta. It doesn't just have to look authentic. It has to be authentic. Otherwise, what's the fucking point?
That can still be entertaining.
All my subscribers. Okay, so I will say that I did.
Look, we're gonna blow your subscribers' minds when they see some of the shit that we can come up with.
Boom. All right, so I'm going to say I did research too. However, I want to specify that I was focused on whatever is the most, like, interesting, like, sensational / creepy / whatever, rather than any attempt at authenticity. Like, I'm just like, what is like the creepiest shit here?
All right, so I want you instead to make a roll of intelligence plus occult.
Okay.
Difficulty is going to be the same. It's going to be 6.
Okay. All right. So I have 3. All right. 2 successes.
I was about to say, regardless of your success or fail, I'm going to give you a story. It's just a matter of how relevant it is to the plot. All right, so you came up with two really cool stories that really picked up on some more popular ghost hunting threads or conspiracy threads. The first of which is the story of Old John. And Old John is said to be a serial killer that stayed in the hotel for a certain time whenever 4 workers happened to have gone missing and their bodies were never found. You do a little bit of research beyond that, and you find that Old John was a person, and he could have actually stayed in the Youngstown Hotel. And if that is the case, then you might even be able to find the 4 bodies that Old John killed.
Nice.
The other one you find on a conspiracy website about the old Youngstown Butler Hotel. And that is that the hotel is actually not haunted at all. It's actually vampires that have taken residence in the old Youngstown Butler Hotel and have only made it look like it was haunted so that they can carry on with their vampiric, reveling in the night, so to speak.
All right. Okay, guys, listen. I did a little bit of Googling, checked a few things. I found stuff that I think is going to really knock it out of the park on this video we're going to make. Okay, so first off, there's this guy who's called Old John, okay? I guess he was like a real serial killer, and he stayed here. That's what I read anyway, man. He stayed here, and he, killed 4 people. And they say that the bodies might still be there. If we can find those bodies, man, we're like CNN, Fox News. We're going to be on everything, man.
Can you send me the link to that story?
Yeah. Hold on. Going through my phone, find it.
I take a look at it and I'm like, I mean, it looks like he actually existed, but it doesn't actually. There's no confirmation that he was there. It's mostly just sounds like a rumor.
Yeah, but man, if we find a body, think about it, man. It's huge.
If we find a
How
body,
likely is it, if everyone knows that the body is there, how likely is it actually that no one has messed with it? I know that they do, real bodies and stuff, in, Poltergeist or whatever, but I don't know. I'm not totally convinced
here's the
that there's
thing.
some bodies there.
I found some crazy conspiracy theories about this place. Some nut job out on the internet was like, this place is full of vampires. They keep killing people, pretending it's haunted so they can keep doing vampire stuff. Now, I think, that's ridiculous. But, I mean, come on. Maybe there's something else going on. Maybe there's something in there people don't want you to find.
Vampires?
Hey,
I'm
man.
not sold on vampires. I'm barely sold on ghosts here. I'm not. I'm definitely.
Did you send me
not sold
that
on
link
vampires.
as well?
I mean, I can.
You guys should listen to Lore. They did an episode about vampires 3 weeks ago or something. It was really interesting.
Look, why are we talking about vampires here? I'm worried about things that have an iota of plausibility to them.
I'm just saying, there's some crazy theories.
Vampire.
It's not normal. There's something going on, man.
Vampires totally exist, man. I met one. Totally freaky people.
You've met a vampire, Kenny?
Yeah, man.
Kenny, not every person you run into coming out of Hot Topic is a vampire.
Listen, that was a creepy Hot Topic. I'm just saying.
I just.
To be fair, I've been to that Hot Topic. It is really weird.
Yeah, man.
Is there a Hot Topic that's not weird?
I mean, this one is extra weird.
Man, totally. So, we gonna do this or what? Because, I'm totally losing my buzz right now.
Yeah.
I mean, are we ready? Do we have a plan? Do we know what we're gonna do?
We've got a GoPro. We've got the infrared thing or whatever. I don't know. Let's just go in there and, get some footage. See what we find.
All
right. So, we have the window when we know security is not going to be hardly existent at all. So it's probably going to be right after dark. So I say let's roll up, let's get in, spend most of the night gathering footage, and then get out before anybody knows we're there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good with it. I have a class in the morning, but whatever, I can skip it. It's fine.
But remember, like the stuff we want to find, we want it to be verifiable. You know what I mean? Like
The
if we
stuff
see
that
something,
we
we
find,
gotta
we
test
want it
it. We need to
to
rule
not
things out.
look like shit either.
Well, yes, like that's
I'm
part
just
of it.
saying.
But
I'm just saying.
we can't go chasing after every little bump, assuming that it's going to be something paranormal when it's just an old ass building that's going to be making creaks.
No,
like,
I agree.
I'm just trying to settle this now before it happens then, and then we have to like waste time that we could be gathering more footage and more data.
No, I agree because it's
all
gonna
gonna
look
be
like
fine,
garbage.
man. You're worried about it
if
too much.
we just keep finding like random animals and stuff.
I can't imagine why I'm worried.
All right. So, I'm assuming the rest of your day, you're kind of doing reconnaissance, right?
Mm-hmm.
How are you all going about doing that?
I am getting equipment ready, testing it out, making sure it works. Kind of depending on everyone else to do the occult stuff, but I'm gonna make sure that everyone like looks a-okay.
All right.
Is there any other like is this like hotel like kind of off on its own, like kind of in a more rundown like area, or is there like kind of well trafficked areas not far away from it?
Not a particularly well-trafficked area. It's in one of the badder parts of Youngstown, one of the ones that have definitely fallen into disarray. It's surrounded by a couple of houses, but they're few and far between, and most of them are empty anyways. If that makes sense.
So there's not really a place I could post up, and it wouldn't look like inconspicuous that there'd be a car there. Okay.
I would say that on the particular road, what kind of car do you drive?
Whose car are we taking, by the way?
Nathan drives an early 2000s sedan.
I'm
imagining that I have like
Ford pickup truck.
I imagine I have like a van, like a Dodge Grand
Like the
Caravan.
Tom van?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally what's in my mind is Tom's actual real life car.
That's fair. My character.
I'll say I drive a Cavalier.
Okay, my character has a big old Ford pickup truck. There's one of these massive things with like mirrors that stick a mile out.
I think that we should go with my car, Joe's car.
I've got all my gear
Can
in
we
my
all
truck.
fit?
I gotta take my truck.
Can
Are
we
you all doing this
fit
together?
in your truck? That's what I think we're trying to figure out.
I was figuring we'd meet there.
Like
I
I was
don't
curious,
have
is this
like
gonna be
too many cars, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. We don't want to draw attention by there being like 4 cars outside an abandoned building.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that amiss compared to where you are. Like there's like a church around where you all could park and walk the road.
Yeah.
If you're sitting there chilling in front of this place for hours on end, someone's gonna look at the car and be like, "Why is that there?"
All right, but we gotta like unload too.
Yeah.
So let's put everything in Joe's car, and then we'll park at the church.
All right.
And then Joe will just pull up, and we'll get it all out, and then he can go park.
All right. Is there anything else? Like, I know, Nathan, you said that you wanted to do reconnaissance first, look at the hotel, see what it looks like. Do you still want to do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna just drive around though. So like, I'm gonna drive around the area. Like, so a couple hours before we're supposed to meet, I'm gonna drive around on my own and kind of like scope out the building every pass, just to see what like the most obvious entry point is gonna be.
Okay. Is anybody else with you?
Nah.
I'll take Kenny with me.
All right. All right, so once again, are you just doing drive-bys, or are you parking for a little while? Okay.
I'll do drive-bys, or if like there's a stop sign nearby, I'll sit there for a little bit longer than I need to kind of scope stuff out. I don't want to actually like stop anywhere. If you like.
All right. So at first, I want you to make an alertness plus perception check. Difficulty is going to be 7. Kenny will make the same roll.
Alrighty. Perception is 3. Alertness is 2. So I have a 5. What did you say the difficulty was?
7. And Kenny appears to be high as shit and not paying attention.
Typical
I love you,
Kenny.
Kenny. Kenny's the greatest.
I got 2 successes. Or no,
All right.
1 success, rather.
All right, with that roll, you do your first drive-by, and you see that it's fenced off, but the fencing is sort of weak. It's kind of limp. Like, it wouldn't be that hard to just jump over the fence, but you'd probably be spotted relatively quickly. You might want to find another way in.
Now, who do we expect that will be spotted by? Just anybody passing by, or any like cop patrols or anything like that?
What you do know is that there are still some security that watch it every now and again, and police are told to just drive by to make sure no teenagers are jumping into the hotel or something.
Okay.
So there also might be like just a neighbor, so that if they hear someone just shaking a fence violently, they'll be like, "Hey, I got someone outside shaking a fence violently."
Would I know if I mean, I would probably imagine Joe has like bolt cutters. We could maybe cut the chain link fence in an inconspicuous way.
Yeah, I would say that would make sense. The hotel that you see is quite imposing, actually. You get a sort of cold chill run through you as you look at it, as it's about, let's say, about 10 stories high, made of like old kind of brick and stone. There are some windows broken. There is like just kind of like fogged up other sections. On this one, I now need you to make a perception plus awareness check.
Okay. I am going to take a couple pictures with my phone.
Of course.
So perception plus awareness.
Yeah.
That's going to be, I'm rolling 4.
Same difficulty as before, 7.
One success. 1 is a 10.
All right.
So do I roll
negates
another?
the 9. You have automatically 1 success. Roll 1 additional d10, see if you get another success.
It's an 8. So yes.
All right, so you have 2 successes.
Mhm.
You get a
Now,
ahead.
oh, okay, I see, because the 1 was a fail, so it canceled out. Okay, I see how it works. All right, so yeah, I got 2 total successes then.
All right, fantastic. So, whenever you're taking these photos, you get a very cold chill all of a sudden just rush through you, and enough so that you actually drop the phone on one of the photographs. You look over to Kenny. Kenny has not felt this at all. He is currently switching over to Hotel California by the Eagles, and is just kind of losing himself.
Dude, did you feel that?
Feel what, man? The motion.
Did it?
Felt that.
Like, I double checked to make sure the windows are up, and they are. I'm like, it almost felt like there was a cold breeze or a chill. Would it be safe to say I have like a digital thermometer or something I could check just to see if the temperature actually changed at all? I pull
Yes.
that out. I look at it.
The temperature did in fact change. Considering that this is at the end of October, you would have the heat on in the car. It was kind of a chilly day, so the car itself, windows rolled up, is about a balmy 72, 73 degrees, and the temperature just shot down to 64 and is currently climbing back up.
Yeah, dude, the temperature just dropped in here.
Oh man, is that what that was? I thought it was my high.
I pull out my notebook and I document the time, roughly where we're at, where the car is at, and the temperature readings that I managed to get before the temperature returned.
All right. So you document these into your notes, and you look back at the photos in your phone, and one of them sticks out to you in particular. As you see, like, a figure in one of the top windows. You can't quite make it out, but it looks like the shape of a person.
I try and zoom in on it. with the in the phone. Just
In hand.
like
In hand.
no. I pinch and pull the picture just to kind of zoom in to see if I can ascertain any more detail.
It's blurry, but there definitely seems to be a humanoid shape in the upper window.
I'm going to save that photo. I'm going to crop it and save another copy of it cropped on the thing, and I'm going to send both photos to our chat thread.
All right. Joe, Caroline, you both get this message.
I don't say anything right away. It's just the two images. Doop, doop.
Is it like good quality or is it like shit? Like what kind of phone do you have?
Decent quality for a phone photograph, I would say.
Okay.
I have a Samsung S7.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yep.
I do big thumbs up. I go, that's from the hotel, dude?
Yeah. Me and Kenny are sitting outside right now.
Nice.
Big temp drop, too.
I thumbs up that particular message.
Just that
I react to the message as thumb.
Emoji.
Yep.
So, Nathan,
Mm-hmm.
while you are doing this, you suddenly see a flash of light. Blue, red, blue, red. You look in your rearview mirror and you see a cop is pulled up behind you.
Oh, shit.
You see Kenny is frantically shoving his bowl and other stuff into his pocket as he's spraying Febreze. It's like, shit, man, shit.
Why the fuck did you take Kenny?
Okay.
A police officer
R.I.P. Kenny.
stoically walks up to the window and taps on the glass.
I'm rolling it down as he's approaching.
How's it going today? You okay over here?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, we were just moving along. We were looking for my my cat. Taking it to the vet, it got out.
I want you to make a manipulation plus subterfuge check. Difficulty is 8. Difficulty's 8.
I am really bad at this. So manipulation is 1. And then what is it? Subterfuge is nothing.
So here's the thing. You have your temporary willpower, which you can spend for an automatic success. If you want to. Or you can roll the 20% odds.
Do it.
Simba, goddamn.
You know what? I'm just gonna roll it.
All right, roll it.
You said difficulty 7?
Busted.
Difficulty's 8.
Difficulty's 8.
Yeah, because, man, that sounded like a whole lot of bullshit.
That was a 10.
Nailed it.
That was a 10.
Roll again. It explodes.
Roll more. See if you get another success.
That's another 10.
No more after that, but still, holy hell.
You had one opportunity for success, so you got 2 successes.
That's incredible.
I smile at the cop kind of nervously.
He winks a little
No, I don't wink, but I say this and I know my delivery's not that good, but I just kind of play up the innocent I really don't want to be here either kind of thing, and I just kind of give him a little bit of a kind of nervous smile just waiting.
Well, fun fact, son, we actually had a cat that come into the impound earlier. I think it might be yours.
The impound.
I'm sorry, what kind of cat?
A calico cat.
Oh, that's mine's a Siamese. But thank you. We're just gonna. I don't think she's around here, but thanks for checking on us. I appreciate it.
He holds you for a second. He's like, y'all smoking a little bit of the wacky tobacco over there?
The devil's
puffing on the peace pipe a little bit, son. How about you over there, Cheech? Looking over at Eddie, who's over there No, officer. You boys have fun, but remember, no buzz driving.
I would never. I say sincerely.
Buzz driving is drunk driving.
And the cop walks back to his car and lets you all go.
I as he's walking away, I roll up the window. I quickly put the car into park, and I pull out, and I just go, oh.
Kitty's like, dude, you and me both, man.
Why did I bring you?
For my charming personality.
And it wasn't that. Fuck. All right, let's meet up with the others.
All right. Yo, man, I'm sorry about that.
I don't say anything. I turn up the radio. All right.
You all meet back with the others.
Mm-hmm.
So is this like where we're meeting, like at the church parking lot or whatever, or?
Up to you all. Would you all like to do anything before the event?
I didn't really have anything I wanted to do.
I'm going to shoot a private message to Paranormal Joe.
All right.
I'm going to be like, hey, so I know that Nathan can be kind of like a pain in the ass sometimes and like really weird, but like, could you do me a favor and like just kind of like let him do his thing and like feel like it's going to be really authentic and awesome and stuff like that?
Yeah, you see the like little dots appear and then disappear, and the dots appear and disappear again.
Life, man.
Then the dots appear, and the message comes in, and it says, "Yeah, for sure. I mean, Nathan seems like a smart guy. You know, I'm gonna let him do his thing. I'll do my thing. You know, we'll get some great footage, and everyone goes home happy, right?"
Yeah, I just like, I don't know. I just feel like he's like a little bit intimidated by you because I know he's real into the ghost thing and you're like into the ghost thing, but you're like kind of like more popular. And I know that his big thing is like authenticity. And I got to be honest, I'm not like 100% believing this stuff, but I feel like if we can just make it like a really good time for him and make it like pretty authentic feeling for him, I guess, and like kind of go along with the stupid things that he does, he'll have a good time. I don't know.
Okay. This time the dots appear once, disappear, and then the message comes in, and it's like, "Yeah, sure, that sounds fine."
Okay. Dumb. End of conversation.
You all arrive back together before you have gone to the event. Is there anything else that you all would like to do?
I grab, just a couple energy bars or a couple like protein bars, and then like a couple Monster Energy drinks in my bag, and just make sure that my like cheap headlamp that I got at Walmart for $4, has batteries and everything's charged up and everything.
Yeah. I stock up my backpack with some food and their stuff and prepare. Bottles of water.
All right. So, Kenny is currently, he shows up with a headlamp on over his beanie that he is always wearing, and one of those small drawstring backpacks, which you can tell is filled almost exclusively with Twinkies.
Great job, Kenny.
Never change, Kenny.
How about Joseph Cooper, Paranormal Joe?
Paranormal Joe from Hannibal.
I've got like kind of like a messenger bag filled with like my EMF or whatever, and like the infrared camera, and I've got I've got the GoPro. I've got like a little thing I can like use like mount it on my head if I want. But mainly I'm just like kind of having it around. And I've got like a little like hand camera. And,
all right.
That's about it, I guess.
All right. It sounds like we are ready
Oh,
to
I
go.
have like duct tape and electrical tape and stuff too.
Yeah, I have my equipment, the thermometer, EMF, my camera, and I have a notepad and a couple extra pencils.
Caroline, could you make me an intelligence plus technology check? Difficulty is 6.
I can. Intelligence plus technology?
Correct.
Okay. What's this? What is the difficulty?
6.
That is 3 successes.
3 successes. So all of your equipment is working phenomenally. And
Great.
as you're going through, as luck would have it, you find some additional equipment that you've forgotten that you had. So what is something that would be extremely beneficial that you wouldn't have any other time?
Portable battery?
Yeah.
You find
Yeah.
two portable batteries at the bottom of the bag, fully charged, ready to go.
Sweet. Okay.
So, do you all head off? Do you head off in Paranormal Joe's truck? All right. I would say it's about dusk at this point, or just getting to the end of dusk, as you all are driving through Youngstown to the old Youngstown Butler Hotel.
So I
Go
say to
ahead.
Joe as we're riding up, you have the bolt cutters, right? To Joe.
Yeah, right here, dude.
All right. So
Okay.
if I figured if we can park on the far side there, it'll at least block line of sight from at least one direction. We can cut the fence on the end corner post there and kind of piece it back together after we go in.
All right.
All right. Kenny is currently nervously eating a couple of Twinkies as he fumbles through his bag, and a first aid kit just kind of falls out.
Oh, good. That's smart thinking, Kenny.
It's like, hey, man, always be prepared.
I agree.
Let's
kind
hope we
of
don't
like-
need to use it.
Frantically shoves it into his bag as more Twinkies fall out.
I take a Twinkie and I eat it.
Kenny's like, yeah, man, finger guns.
He actually says finger guns.
Yeah.
He doesn't do them.
He tries. He does this. Finger guns. All right, so you arrive at the church. You park into the back. Which among you is the best at stealth?
I have.
Ooh, I put some points in that.
I have 2 in stealth.
Stealth. I also have 2 in stealth.
All right. Paranormal Joe?
What do I have in stealth? 2.
Should be under skills, 2. All right, so you're all about the same. How would you all like to handle this then? As you pull up to it, you have a bit of a distance. There is a possibility you could be spotted during this time as you go up to and bolt cut the fence.
Someone should, at least one of us should, we need, a lookout. We need someone to watch Kenny, and we need someone to actually do it. So, who wants to do what?
I mean, I can look out if we need to.
Alright. Who is strongest? I'm pretty strong. How strong are you,
My strength is
Paranormal
3.
Joe?
Fine.
My strength is also 3.
Okay, and I have like 2 athletic.
I have no athletics, so I will watch Kenny, and you cut the bolts. And
Alright.
you are the lookout, Nathan.
I don't know if athletics is relevant to bolt cutting or not.
Well, you probably look stronger than me, so we're
It's a big gun
So
show,
we're-
baby.
yeah.
All right. So Paranormal Joe,
Yeah.
in order to get up to the fence without being seen, I need you to make a dexterity plus stealth check. Difficulty is going to be 7.
Alright, dexterity plus stealth, difficulty 7. So that is going to be 2 plus 2. So roll. Difficulty 7, you said?
Yes.
Alright, that is 2
About 10.
plus an extra roll.
Yes.
So just 2.
Just 2. All right, so let's see what the people who could potentially be spotting you get. All right, then. So, Joe, you walk up to this fence completely fine. You see the semblance of what looks to be an old man staring out of his back porch, but he seems to be staring off into like the middle distance. He's not paying attention to you as you are able to make it to this fence. In order to cut a hole in the fence large enough to fit the 4 of you, I'm going to need you to make a strength plus athletics check. Difficulty is going to be 7 as well.
Alright. So that is 3 plus 2 is 5. Negative 1.
Oh wow!
Oh no, that's a botch.
Shoot.
So, what you just did there is you officially botched.
Nice.
You actually made the fence stronger.
You accidentally cut
added
off a
barbed
finger.
wire to the top.
So, you just kind of go for this fence, and you mistakenly get like 2 of the rings at the same time, and it kind of bounces back, and you feel the bolt cutters loosen a little bit as they're slightly damaged from this incursion. Or excursion, excuse me. So, in order for you to do this, you're going to do it again. This time, difficulty is going to be 8, as the bolt cutters are now rickety and potentially broken.
So I have to re-roll it with difficulty 8.
Yes.
Alright.
As these bolt cutters are now potentially about to snap.
Yeah. 0.
So with this, the bolt cutters actually fall into as the screw pops out, and you can see like a little bit of the wood of the bolt cutters is now also snapped. So these things are unusable now.
Neat. I kind of hold up the broken bolt cutters. I'm like, so, who wants to hop the fence?
What the fuck did you do?
I don't know, man. It's a hard fence, I guess.
All right.
I guess.
So
Yeah. So
Did we observe any other like feasible way in?
you're welcome to make an alertness plus perception check now, kind of looking over your surroundings.
I am going to do that as well.
That's going to be a 4. What's the difficulty?
7.
Three
Okay.
successes.
All right.
Was it plus perception?
Yes. Perception and
Alertness.
alertness. Alertness,
Okay.
perception.
I got three successes.
Okay. Okay, no one else was rolling there? Sorry, I was
No, I was rolling. Oh my god. 1 success. I rolled
But
7 dice.
You have an explosion, though. Or an
Oh, I
extra die.
do have an... Okay.
Yeah, I got 3 successes on a 4.
Okay, 2 successes.
Okay, so very quickly, you and Kenny actually spot kind of a weak point in the fence that you all could potentially even just kind of like push over and walk over would just fine, but you'd still make a little bit of noise in the process. Nathan, you happen to look over and you see that there is a gigantic pile of dirt left by a construction company that is about fence high that you could easily jump over.
Okay, so I'm just kind of scoping it out, and I'm just, without looking away from it, I'm just going to reach out and like kind of hit Joe on the shoulder, and I'm going to point at it. Think you can make that hop?
Oh yeah, no problem, dude.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm gonna have Kenny help me. Wait, do you guys point this out to me or
Yeah,
no?
I'm pointing it out to everybody.
I would rather not risk the equipment by jumping down. If we can go through,
let's have Joe do it. We can just hand the equipment over to him, and then we
down.
follow.
If you drop this equipment, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you.
Listen, I'll get you new equipment. It's fine.
Alright. You're gonna be the ghost that we record if you drop my stuff. And then we do that.
Alright, so that's our plan.
Yeah.
Alright. So, are you all heading over to this area, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, since it is Caroline and Kenny that have to make the most difference, you both must make dexterity plus stealth checks before Tom decides to hop the fence.
Dexterity plus stealth.
Yeah. Difficulty 7.
Okay.
And this will be against whoever might be spotting you. Most successes wins.
One success.
Alright. Compared to those. So, you all start stealthing, and Kenny kind of starts to get ahead of you a little bit. Not really paying attention to his surroundings.
No. Kenny, come back.
And Kenny stealths away. You feel a hand come across your shoulder, Caroline.
Oh, shit.
And you look back and you see the old man from the porch before staring at you. He's like, you're not thinking of going into the hotel, are you?
What? No. I'm just on a walk with my friend.
Miss?
And I just kind of like leave. I just walk
He's
away.
following you. He's like,
Oh,
Miss,
shit,
I
okay.
beg you, please, don't go into the hotel. It's bad magic in there.
Stop following me.
He kind of he listens to you very quick. He kind of stops following. It's just like he's starting to call out now, just at a higher like hush whisper. It's like, please don't go in the hotel.
By
There's
the way, I
bad
have my
magic
camera out, and I'm getting all this.
Yeah, it's like this kind of old man is kind of like wandering off. Like he has like a cane that's sinking into the dirt as he's following along. Just please don't go in the hotel. There's bad magic in there.
Dude, you can't use that if you don't get him to sign a release.
What?
I just like I don't go to where they are, but I'm gonna like kind of keep walking and like walk a little fast and hope that I like lose it.
It doesn't take long.
Okay.
This guy is not exactly going to follow much further. He doesn't want to get any closer to that hotel as he kind of breaks pursuit and is just kind of like looking at you just with that disapproving, like, oh, she gonna die.
I catch up to Kenny and I'm like, Kenny, what the fuck? Why didn't you stay with me?
Why didn't you stay with me, man? I thought you were right behind me, man.
Not right behind you. We're supposed to be stealthing, not like running.
Oh, shit, brah. Sorry. My bad. And he kind
Okay.
of gives you a hug. And he's like,
Okay.
my bad.
Oh, Kenny.
My bad, man. That's my B.
I forgive him.
So you're at the pile of dirt. Okay. Make your strength plus athletics check again. Difficulty is 6 to hop over the fence.
Okay, so I'm the one hopping over first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is for me right now.
Yeah.
Okay. You said difficulty 6?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh,
That's 2, and I get to roll 1 extra.
All right.
That's 3.
nice.
So you not only hop over this fence, you do it in style as like you do like a combat roll, like tuck and roll as you roll into the part of the hotel.
Nice.
As you do, you also feel a relatively cold chill kind of run through you.
Whoa. I'm pretty spooked.
Kenny points down to the ground and is like, hey, there's a hole in the fence.
What?
He says there's a hole in the fence just big enough for the equipment, man.
I go over and
And he
I'm like,
points.
huh.
You look over and yeah, just next to the giant dirt pile is like this kind of cutout hole, maybe by an animal or something. And it looks just big enough to fit your bags through.
Nice.
Good work, Kenny.
Hey man, it's my job. Finger guns.
I'm gonna attempt to hop over the fence.
All right, strength plus athletics difficulty is 7 or 6. Excuse me, 6.
All right, strength plus athletics. Oof, I don't have any athletics, so it's just on my 2 strength. Difficulty 6.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes with a 10.
Jesus, Nick.
Let me just see if I get.
We're gonna need to check your dice.
Check your
No, just 2
electronic
successes.
dice. Nick hacked into the roll 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just two successes.
You hop over fine, nothing fancy, nothing bad, just it happens.
I brush the dust off my jeans.
I'm
Kenny,
gonna let Kenny get over before me. I'll go last.
Yeah, Kenny goes up and he kind of does a jumping leap and just falls on his side.
I knew it. This is why I wanted to go last.
He goes, I made it, man. First try.
The Twinkies didn't cushion your fall.
First try.
Nah, man, the Twinkies were slide through the hole in the fence.
Shame.
He gets out a Twinkie and eats it.
Alright, I'm gonna go over.
All right, strength plus athletics.
1 success.
All right, a little bit better than Kenny, but you still kind of jump over. You feel your legs kind of give out as you hit the ground.
Rip my jeans, you know.
Yeah, you feel a little bit of a pain in your knees, nothing serious, but it was kind of ooh, that wasn't pleasant.
Ooh,
Caroline,
are you all right?
Yeah. I just need a Band-Aid or something. It's fine.
Kenny has the first aid kit.
Kenny's like, man, I'm right there with you. Pulls it out and gets
Is
a little.
Is there actual medical stuff in it, or is it also for
Yeah.
the Twinkies? Okay.
No,
No, it's
surprisingly
just weed. He opens the first aid kit. It's just weed.
There's weed and SpongeBob Band-Aids.
Strangely enough, though, this is a really well-stocked first aid kit, more than the typical first aid kit. And he gets out, he does get out a little SpongeBob Band-Aid and places it over a small cut.
No joke. Conspiracy theory, if you get the children's ones, they stick better. So I always buy children's. That's a real fact.
True facts. Things you learn
Yeah.
by watching Trainwreck.
Yeah.
So, yep, get them SpongeBob ones. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, SpongeBob and My Little Pony are the stickiest, is what I found.
So, you are currently now in the hotel grounds. What do you do?
Let's make our way
go
to the
the
nearest
fuck inside.
entrance.
Yeah.
So, this takes you some time, actually, as you find that most of the doors to this hotel are bolted tight, like they're chained, with thick, thick chains. Like, not even bolt cutters were going to get these suckers. You're looking around, like, you go around the hotel a couple of times, still getting this uneasy feeling like you're being followed or you're being watched, like... Hello, is everyone there?
Yeah, we're listening.
Yeah.
Okay, I had an audio just like completely cut out everything, and I was like, oh no.
Oh.
I'm good. I think we're good now. It was just a thing. We're good. Sorry everybody. So you all make your way around this hotel a couple of times. You try several things. You're getting on the camera, like, at least some good exterior footage of this place. It isn't until you reach the legitimate front door that not only is unchained, but looks to be halfway propped open.
Would we have noticed that this was propped open when we were kind of scoping things out?
Getting some B-roll.
I want you to make a perception plus awareness check. Difficulty is 6.
All right. Perception is 3. Awareness is... Awareness or alertness?
Awareness.
Okay, so that's going to be 4. And then you said difficulty was what?
6.
2 successes.
Are
All
we
right.
all doing this?
I want to say, for the sake of excessive rolls, that Nathan will be the only one making the roll right now.
Okay.
I was the one who was like scoping stuff out earlier too. So
The answer to
Gotcha.
that is that no, and it feels very odd. You remember the door being shut. You don't remember a chain being on it, but you remember it very much being shut, not halfway propped open, and it gives you a very kind of chilling feeling.
I stop everybody for a second as we approach it, and I turn and I go, guys, I'm 100% sure this door was shut when me and Kenny were here earlier.
Maybe it was the wind or something. Maybe it looked like it was shut, but it wasn't actually, like a draft open
They have
or
like security
something.
around. Maybe one of them was just around here and left it open.
That's what I'm worried. That's what I'm worried about.
Oh.
Security's still here.
Yeah, man. I'm with Nick. I'm with Nathan, man. This thing was closed earlier.
I don't know. I don't see anybody around.
Yeah, let's be careful.
All right, bro. So, do you all go inside?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I step in. I don't turn on my headlamp until we get inside. Turn on. And then I flip on the handy cam and kind of scope around right inside the door.
I've got my sort of GoPro headlamp rig on my head for now.
All right. Fiona? Or, sorry, I should call you Caroline.
Yeah, I've got my DSLR rolling, and I've got. Wait, you said that there was you had like an infrared camera.
Yes. You had a kind of shittier one, like not high quality, but it still is an infrared camera.
Okay.
It's like the,
And then
hunting and outdoors, like
Yeah.
Right.
red camera.
I'm going to run my DSLR for now, make sure that like lighting's generally okay, and I'm gonna start scoping out places to put the infrared camera. Like, I'm gonna say, Nathan, like, tell me which space like feels the most haunted or like is the most haunted, and then we'll set up, the camera.
Well, I
See if
think we
we
should
can get
focus
anything.
the infrared camera on the places where there were reports of seeing that woman, because that was the
Right.
one that wasn't able to be captured by normal cameras, according to the reports. So,
Got it.
From our research, do we know like where would be the best place to maybe set up that camera, like
Yes.
where the woman sightings are?
You would know that would have been on the 3rd floor near one of the suites in the back. The number is 307. 307 is where you found the woman that did not appear on camera.
All right, so 3rd floor near suite 307.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, we'll probably want to prop that up if we have a tripod or can otherwise prop it up. We'll want to prop it up probably in that hallway.
Oh yeah, with some tape, we can figure it out.
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Continue. I mean,
So
Anyway.
first thing I'm doing is I want to, like, as we step in, after I mention that I kind of look around with my lamp to just kind of see what I see, and I also like shush them because I want to listen to see if I hear any movement in the building. Mostly, not less for paranormal, and mostly to see if I can hear any like security or anybody moving around.
all right. So here is what you all see as you walk in. Strangely enough, the hotel room looks relatively well lit. Like, not lit by light, but like lit by moonlight. Sort of lit. It's still hard to see if you don't have your lights on, but if you even turn them off, you could maybe manage okay. The hotel is left almost as it was in the 70s. It's a very lavish kind of entrance with a old red, now turned sort of like burgundy brownish color carpet leading up to a staircase that branches off halfway, one going one left, one going right, and then a large white banister surrounding the entire entranceway. You look over to the left, and you see the old reception desk made of an old mahogany and various keys hanging up, most of which have collected dust. Past that is another set of rooms that goes down a hallway. To your right is another set of hallways and a sign that says bar and restaurant area. I would say, even as you're opening the store right now, you do not necessarily hear the sounds of footsteps, but you hear sort of the faint sound of what sounds like a gramophone, like old jazz music kind of quietly playing. It's very, very faint, and you have to really listen to hear it, but you can definitely sense that it exists.
Are you guys hearing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
You hear just the sound of trumpets and saxophones kind of wafting through the air.
Are we getting that on the equipment?
I kind of pull out my thing, like pull out my camera and like start looking at the audio. I'm like, yeah, I think it's coming through, and then I can sort of like play it back, and sure enough, well, actually, does it come through when I play it?
It
back
does.
myself? Okay, I'm like, yeah,
Very, very low.
it's coming through.
do you think that someone's here?
I mean, I wouldn't think the building would have a way of like playing music like that automated.
I mean, you can like
Any latent systems, like I would think someone would have is either here or was here.
maybe
recently.
it's like really echoey. I don't know.
We need to find the source of that.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
needs to be coming from some sort of player.
It
I
seems
mean,
to be
people can bring in
coming.
like a boombox from a phone. Could be anything.
The sound seems to be coming from the right towards the restaurant and bar area.
Okay.
I'm gonna just head that way. I'm not even gonna like consult my friends. I'm just gonna start walking in that
Okay.
direction.
I follow along
I
behind,
follow.
and I have the camera out, and you guys hear me start to kind of like whisper. I'm like, hey everyone, this is Paranormal Joe. I'm here in the Butler Hotel, and we're hearing some really freaky music right now. It's really kind of messing with our heads. We don't know what's going on, but we're gonna go find out.
Do you have to, Joe? Do you have to do that right now?
You're the one who said it has to be authentic, man.
Yeah, your voice is not.
Sort of like shrug and put it back away.
So yeah, I head to the best of my ability into where I think the source of that sound is coming.
All right. So you start hearing, and it starts to get louder and louder as you are approaching. Very clearly, there is music being played at this moment. You round the corner to the bar area, and the bar looks very much run down. It's one of those very kind of decadent bars. Has like the black like banisters on the side and like the brass what's the word I'm looking for? Bars also on the sides as well, with glasses that are currently collecting dust hung up on the walls, with various like old, very plush chairs. In the center of the room, propped up on a table that has no chair surrounding it and has a very like one singular uncovered light hanging over it, is a gramophone that is playing seemingly on its own a very soothing jazz music.
Does it look like there's a power source or it's plugged in?
You do not see one at the moment, no.
I'm gonna approach it.
All right.
And I'm pulling out my Handycam and I'm like filming it the whole time.
I'm behind everyone filming. Maybe get a little bit closer, zoom in on the gramophone, you know.
I'm coming along, I'm like, well, we think this is what the sound is coming from.
You approach the gramophone, and you look at it, and it does not seem to have any power source to it. Do you wish to examine the gramophone, like, you know, physically searching for anything?
Yeah, and specifically, I'm moving the camera to like catch all around it as well. I'm like, I don't see how this thing is powered. Like, would I have some understanding of how like old gramophones work?
You would need to make an intelligence plus technology check. Difficulty is 7.
Intelligence is 5. Technology is 2. So I'm rolling 7d10, and you said the difficulty is 7?
Correct.
4 successes with 2 10s.
Damn.
All right.
So for a total of
Darn it.
I'm forgetting how to use the thing. There we go. For a total of 5 successes.
All right, beautiful. So, with that, you do know a lot about old gramophones. This looks to be one that is actually battery-powered, like a very old form of battery-powered gramophones. Mm-hmm. You pop open the side, and sure enough, you see very old antique batteries inside, currently running and playing the gramophone. It seems extremely odd, though, that this gramophone is in such good working condition, and that these batteries even exist, because they've been discontinued now for some odd 50 years.
Kinda
yeah,
like,
I say.
What are those batteries? At least like 20 years old, right?
Older than that.
Try close to 100. And
suddenly, the sound of glass crashes behind you.
Turn around.
Spin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You spin over and you see that one of the glasses that was like hanging from like the top of the bar area has fallen over and is currently shattered on the bar.
I move over and I kind of do a quick scan to see if there was anything that moved.
I just loudly go, fuck, shit, fuck, what was that?
Joe,
I'm
Kenny is
going to
also
stay by
like,
the gramophone and keep examining it.
I'm actually going to reach and lift the pin off the record and move it to the side to stop the music.
the music does stop.
And then I'm gonna go over to the bar and I'm gonna see. Do you think a rat knocked it off?
I don't know, man. I don't
Just
know.
scanning.
Getting freaked out.
And he's like, dude,
Or maybe our footsteps caused vibrations if it was on the verge of going as
I'm once
already.
again like kind of
Buildings
talking
are old.
more for the camera. I'm like, we heard a glass over here shattered a second ago. We're trying to figure out what might have done it.
I like visibly like glare into his camera, and I continue to examine the bar area and the glass, kind of like toe through the glass, and then kind of look to see where I can see the spot where it fell from.
This is crazy.
Kenny is currently like voicing exactly paranormal Joe here. It's like, dude, man, dude, as he's compulsively eating another Twinkie.
Like, Kenny, shut up.
Dude, this is fucking trippy shit, man. You look around and you see that it doesn't look like there was any movement, like a rat moved it or something.
Mm-hmm.
You're feeling very uneasy at the moment, like something is kind of pushing you outwards, if that makes sense. Like you're gonna uneasy feeling about being in this room.
I kind of just I play it off as it's just like that, like paranoia. We shouldn't be in this place at all.
I certainly
Yeah.
I don't think we should be in here. We're getting freaked out,
What?
guys. We gotta go. Come on.
Joe, we shouldn't actually be in
No.
this entire place.
The
Like,
door.
we
Something's
came
wrong
here-
here, man. Something's going on wrong here.
That's why we're here, is to find that, though.
The doors behind the bar suddenly slammed shut with a loud pow.
What the fuck just happened?
I put up my hand to see if I can feel a draft.
You feel nothing. And the glass around you is starting to shake from the vibration of the door slamming shut.
I'm gonna
as you
get
hear,
out
like,
my-
wind chimes.
I'm gonna get out my infrared camera and start. I'm gonna put my my DSLR down, keep filming, but just like put it in the corner so that I can get most of the room. Then I'm going to get my infrared camera and start
Alright.
scanning the room.
I'm
with
gonna
it.
pull out my EMF detector.
Dude, there's something in here. There's something in here with us, guys. There's something's here.
Joe,
No.
shut
It's
up.
trying to
Shivering.
talk to us. If it's trying to talk to us, we won't be able to hear it over your mouth.
Okay. Okay.
Shut
okay,
up.
Okay.
Kenny's over there like, yeah, man, I'm with you, Joe. I'm with you, Joe. You're getting the sound of Joe and Kenny compulsively huffing.
Yeah, I'm just like hyperventilating.
I'm not telling you to not panic, but if you're gonna panic, do it outside.
I'm going to go over to where the door slammed.
Mhm.
What does that door lead into?
The hallway.
That we came
Where
from.
you all came from, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just like, as I'm like going through with my camera, like open the door and like shoot down the hallway. You know.
I'm trying to get a base reading of the EMF of the room just to see if there's anything weird or if it's just like the normal baseline.
Now, explain an EMF reader to me real quick, just so I'm understanding completely.
It measures electromagnetic fields. The theory being that paranormal activity such as ghosts could influence them, but in reality, like anything from faulty wiring to nearby electrical lines to electrical storms can cause all kinds of weird EMFs. But but the theory among paranormal ghost hunters is that like abnormal spikes in EMF will happen around paranormal or like ghost,
Yeah, making sure. So this thing is kind of like tick, 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 and then has like a big pop, and then like is ticking again. Big pop kind of falls back to like a center line. There's clearly something weird messing with it.
Huh. I am getting some strange EMF spikes. There's a pretty clear baseline. It's probably just from the old wiring in this building. I'm surprised it even still has power.
Caroline.
Oh, I guess
Oh,
there
go
is
ahead.
power lines not far away. I'm more talking to myself than anyone else.
Yeah.
But those spikes, and I try and like move around the room to see if I can recreate it. If I like move in a certain area to see if it'll do it again.
It does. It seems to be heading towards a set of gray doors with a circular window in them. That looks to be leading to the kitchen.
I'm getting
Caroline,
a spike over there. Go ahead.
you open the door. Door opens just fine. And you film down the hallway, and everything is very quiet. There's like subtle creaks here and there of like an old building settling. you hear a very far-off crash. Like, nothing major, like maybe like a vase fell off of a pedestal type of crash.
Is it in one of the rooms in the hallway, or is this like way off?
It's like way off back towards the lobby. Maybe even past the lobby down the other hallway.
Okay. Gonna make a note of that. Mental note.
Alright. So, it is heading towards the kitchen. What do you all do?
I'm getting an EMF spike in the general vicinity of these doors over here. Maybe we should go that way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
I grab my other camera and the infrared camera and go to where we talked about.
All right. So, how do you all enter the kitchen? Who goes first? Who goes in last?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go last.
I guess I'm in the middle then.
So is Kenny. You open the kitchen, and instantly you feel a very harsh, like, wind rush through this room. And you almost hear, like, in the wind, like, kind of an angry, like...
Like we just felt this wind. There's some
Did you get?
seriously fucked up going on here.
I immediately opened an audio recorder on my phone. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I just picked it up.
Did anything like go on I'm assuming that the infrared camera has like a viewfinder. Anything has anything come up on that?
The infrared, yes, you've actually seen various, like, red flashes. Not very long in staying, but clearly, like, something.
Have they been like any particular shapes or just a flash?
Maybe humanoid in shape, but large humanoid, but not like a full outline.
Okay.
All right.
I standing right in the spot where this happened. I just say that. Is there anyone here?
I'm just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Shh, Joe. We can pick something up on the audio recording. You got to be quiet.
All right. Caroline, Caroline, as you come through the door last, it's you, Joe, and then Kenny, and then Caroline. Caroline, you feel the door. It's like almost like someone slammed the door backwards into you as it hits like the back of your head. I need you now to. You're going to take a level of bashing damage, and I need you to soak it as it slams the back of your head. To give the other uninitiated a glimpse into how damage works in this game, you have bashing damage, lethal damage, and aggravated damage. Humans can soak bashing damage, they can't soak lethal damage. And lethal damage is something from, like, you know, a bullet wound or a stab or something to that effect. A bashing is like getting hit with something. And aggravated damage is like magical damage and is extremely powerful shit.
So how do I do that?
So roll stamina in order to soak. And soaking is taking points away from it. So roll your stamina. Difficulty is going to be 7. And if you get at least 1 success, you will soak the damage. If not, then you will take it.
0.
All right. So I need you to put a dash through the first level of injuries at the bottom right corner of your sheet. Yeah. You have gotten a slight, like, you have a very, like, feeling a bruise form on the back of your head. Not fully concussed, but definitely you feel, like, shooken.
Son of a bitch.
Joe, Nathan, and Kenny, you all hear the door slam shut, and you hear it slam into the back of Caroline's head with, like, a very vicious thud. Suddenly, you hear as, like, old pots and pans start shaking violently around you, and it seems like suddenly you hear, like, a crash as, like, a pot is thrown like seems to be almost thrown like behind Joe's head.
I'm trying to like slightly disoriented, like get this all.
I move to Caroline and I go, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, it's just I got my bell rung. Yeah, I'm fine. It's fine.
You hear another crash, and suddenly you hear a yelp as Kenny like screams in pain. You look over and you see a 6-inch chef's knife dug in about halfway into his shoulder.
Fuck! We need to get out of here.
As he's like, ah!
I try to open the door that just slammed behind Caroline.
It is open. You can go through it.
Mm-hmm. I open the door and I'm like, get the fuck out of there.
I like run over and like grab Kenny's hand. I'm sort of like trying to pull him up. Come on, we're gonna get you out of here. We're gonna get you out of here, Kenny. You're gonna be okay. We're gonna get you to the hospital, Kenny. It's gonna be okay.
What the fuck is this, man? What the fuck is this shit?
This place is crazy. We should never come here. This is crazy, Kenny. Come on, let's get the fuck out of here.
As soon as everybody's through the door, I shut it. Shut the door to the kitchen.
All right, it shuts just fine.
Okay.
And then I say, Joe, lay him down. Grab the first aid kit.
Do we leave the knife in, or do we take it out?
We gotta get the fuck out of this house, dude.
Do we need to get him like stable so he doesn't like bleed and he can like? Do we take the knife out? Do we leave it in? Do we call an ambulance now?
Just leave it in. We'll get outside. We'll call an ambulance. Don't know what
Okay.
to do.
I'm gonna pull out my phone and start dialing 911.
You pull out your phone and you see it just says no service at the top where there is a signal.
Fuck.
All right, let's go. Let's take him outside.
We're just heading straight for the exit now.
Like, like someone has Kenny's legs, someone's got his upper body, or
Well, he
going.
can walk, right? He was just stabbed in the shoulder.
Yeah, he's stabbed in the shoulder, so he's kind of like holding the knife in as he's
Okay.
like.
He's like not like dying or anything.
Okay.
No, it didn't like catch him like right in the chest. It caught him like
that's
right
what
here.
I was like, he's
Yeah.
stabbed
Like,
in the
hurts
heart.
No, it was in the
but it's a
shoulder.
lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
He needs the doctor. Don't get me wrong. Like his
He's
deltoid's
fine.
fucked.
Rub some dirt in it. It's okay.
Rub some dirt.
So we're moving quickly to the entrance, and I'm continuing to film.
Okay, as any
Yeah.
academic would in this field.
And my GoPro's still going. I've still got my like small camera out, but just kind of pointed at the ground for the most part.
Shaky.
Yeah.
I have
just full
probably
around
like
it.
my DSLR around my neck and like the infrared one just kind of like scanning around. So it's
you
probably
run
not
back.
great, but
You all run back to the lobby. Your camera's shaking as you do, as like Kenny's like holding on, like, man, what the fuck's this blood shit? Holy shit! Like I'm bleeding, man. You run to the door and you hit to like the front like double doors, and you see that a fresh chain has been locked over the door, and like chains about a solid like this thick.
What the fuck?
As
Is
this
the door
is
wooden?
now. The door appears to be wooden. Yes.
all right, let's fucking smash through it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there an axe? Old buildings had firemen's axes.
I don't
It's
know,
a hotel.
that
It has to be.
That door looks heavy as shit.
You see, it
Yeah.
does look like it's made of an old, like, heavy wood.
There
Make an
are
alertness
windows?
plus perception check.
Okay. Do. Alertness 3, 4. What's the difficulty?
The difficulty is going to be 7.
Okay.
Can I make one as well?
Of course.
So alertness plus perception.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Do I re-roll 10s even if they cancel out?
Yes, you do.
Okay. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
I had 2 successes.
You all quickly, like, spin around. You see, like, an old fireman's axe next to, like, an old fire extinguisher.
Fucking
In the
said
meantime,
it.
I am looking for a window. Is there a window in this room?
You do, in fact, see a window. It is right next to the not the lobby, the front desk area.
Okay. So I immediately just pull my shirt off and start wrapping it around my fist.
Mm.
And run over to the window. And I go to start trying to punch through the glass window, if I can.
I kind of roll my eyes as he always manages to find a reason to take his shirt off whenever we do these.
I'm with Kenny, and I'm just trying to apply pressure to the wound without taking out the knife, just to keep the bleeding stemmed, hoping that we'll be able to get out of here soon.
I want you
try to get the axe. What I'm trying to do.
To make an intelligent plus medicine check. Difficulty is 6 to see if you can stem the bleeding.
Okay, my intelligence is 5, but my medicine is 0.
That is fine. It's just straight up first aid. You have 5 dice.
And then difficulty 6.
Yes.
That's is good. 2 successes with another die.
So you feel like you actually have the bleeding well under control right now.
It's actually 3 successes.
Oh, nice. So yeah, you're really you got it held tight.
If I feel like I can, if I feel like I can have control of the wound, would I be able to maybe remove the blade and get that gauzed and patched up with pressure? Do I feel confident enough with 3 successes on that?
With those successes, I would say yes, you do.
And I say, okay, Kenny, we're gonna leave it in here until we get help arrive. We're just gonna apply pressure, and I just yank it out, and I apply pressure.
Oh fuck, man! And you see blood kind of come out as his red shirt is turning even more crimson and wet, and
It's good. I got you. It's good.
You seem to have staunched the bleeding as it bleeds less and less.
Okay, and then I have one hand with a rag, and I pull out a Twinkie, and I go, here, eat that.
And Kenny is eating the Twinkie with a bloody hand, just I don't care, man. So to the two of you with the window and the door, I'm not going to have you roll because I'm going to go into what exactly happens.
Okay.
You crash and you crash and you punch the window and you're crashing at the door, but it seems that every time that you make a crack or you make a dent in the door heals itself. And the window, the cracks go back to normal.
Well, shit.
After a while, I'm going to go with the axe over to the window and try to take it all out in one blow. Just boom. Rather than just straight punching with a fist. Use the handle of it or use the blade. Something with a lot more something bigger with more force behind it.
So you're managing to actually make some good headway here as you swing and swing and swing, but you see as the glass is filming back up, and it's even starting to cover around the axe and try to take the axe with it, so it embedded itself in the glass.
I'm gonna pull it out.
You hear a voice, very crisp, very clearly. Just hear it say, "I'm not done with you."
I just collapse to my knees and just start gibbering. I'm like, "What do you want? What do you want? I'll do anything you want. What do you need? What I can do lots of things. What do you want? What do you?"
I grab Kenny's wrist and I pull his hand over his own wound and I say, "Hold that." And I stand up with the camera, which I was kind of trying to also film the glass as it was healing itself. And I turn and I go, "Who's there?" And I'm scanning with the camera and my light. You
suddenly look over to the reception area and you see a gentleman standing at the front desk, just ever so politely, wearing a very nice kind of bellhop suit. Says, "Hello, sir. Welcome to the Youngstown Butler Hotel. How may I help you today?"
What? I continue to film him. Is he appearing in the camera?
He is.
And I'm approaching him with the camera, and I go, "Hi."
"Hello, sir. Welcome to the Youngstown Butler Hotel. How may I be of assistance today?"
Yeah.
May I ask, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing. It's a nervous tick. I say with the camera like holding in front of my face. And I'm going to say, I have a... what year is it?
Excuse me, sir? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Trust me. It's just humor me. What year is it? Can you tell me?
It's 1958, sir.
I just like he's standing on the other side of like a reception desk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna reach out and just touch him, like just suddenly out of nowhere, just reach out to like touch his chest.
He suddenly evaporates as he just kind of like.
And I turn to them with like a look of like shocked excitement, like, just fucking see that? And I hold my hand out where he was at.
Were you all paying attention?
I was paying attention.
Yeah, I probably caught the end of it as I was like pulling the axe out. I'm gonna turn to Joe and be like, "Are you fucking doing this? Because this isn't what I meant. Are you fucking doing this? Is this you?"
What? Fuck no.
I swear to God, if this is some of your YouTube bullshit, I'm gonna be so mad.
I literally have no response to that.
You hear another crash as you look around the room, and you see that, like, vases and chairs are just starting to topple over on their own. Items are being shot across the room. Everything is starting to become much more violent. It's almost like a whirlwind of items that start just to be chucked around the room, and some of it's starting to come towards your head.
We need to get out of here.
Yeah, I duck down, protect my head. Switch off the infrared camera, throw it in my backpack, keep the axe with me, and then we move on quickly.
Which way do you all go? Left, up the stairs, or back towards the bar kitchen?
I think we should go up.
Up. Not back towards the kitchen.
I think up.
Yeah.
That's my vote.
All right. So
I run back to Kenny and I grab under the armpit on the side he didn't get wounded on, and I kind of like hoist him back up to his feet. I'm like, come on, we gotta go.
He's like, all right, I'm coming, man. I'm coming. You all like start running up the stairs, and as you're stepping...
I do make sure I grab the knife I pulled out of Kenny.
Yeah.
And Caroline still has the axe, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I am still shirtless.
Because of fucking course you are.
You're the worst.
So, you run up the stairs, and suddenly you hear, like, the stairs start to creak, crunch, crunch, and you feel as the stairs literally collapse, and you all fall down into the basement as you hit the ground with a dull thud.
We don't, stab ourselves,
yeah.
do we?
I want
everyone
everyone...
put your knife in my hand.
Luckily, I'm going to say that you did not. The axe and the knife land safely flat onto the ground with a great deal of luck, but you all now need to make stamina checks, or else you're going to take more bashing damage.
Okay.
As you attempt to soak it. The difficulty is 7.
Zero successes.
One success. Oh, wait. Roll another d10. Shoot. That was not a thing.
Hey, Simba.
That was a fail. So, 1 success.
All right.
I got 4 successes.
All right, so Paranormal Joe, you land relatively okay.
He's the only one not holding bullshit.
Kenny also lands, but lands a little hard on like the wound starting to kind of come open again.
Oh, can we duct tape that? Is that something
probably.
we do? Okay.
Nathan and Caroline, you land on the ground a little hard. Like, you could feel it just go, like the wind get knocked out of you. You both need to take a level of bashing damage, which puts Caroline at 2, I think. Which means you are now going to start taking penalties to your dice pool because you are currently injured.
Okay.
So I just.
So is that the slash or the X?
Yeah, the slash.
Okay, so I have slashes up to injured.
Yeah.
So you should have slashes up to hurt, Nick, I think.
Yeah, a slash and bruised.
Keep in mind, these can also be stemmed relatively easily with the first aid kit.
We should, if nothing bad's happening, we should do that.
Yeah, I immediately kind of like get to my feet and dust myself off and look around where we ended up and pick up the knife.
Is my camera okay?
Your camera is okay. Your equipment is fine.
Oh my god. Okay. Now I will take care of myself.
Actually, after that happens, I'm gonna pop out the SD card on my camera that had like the whole thing with the ghost and everything in the kitchen, and I'm gonna tuck the SD card into my sock under my foot.
All right.
And then put another SD card into the camera and start filming.
Do you all attempt to heal at all or anything?
Yes, I do.
I take in my surroundings first.
Your surroundings, you are currently in the basement of the hotel. You see a gigantic hole above you as the wood is literally going back up and starting to reform.
What
and
the
close.
fuck is this place?
You are currently in the basement. You look around you and you see furnaces. Lots of furnaces.
Shit. What do we do? Like, you read up on this place. Like, what does it want?
I don't fucking know. I just read about people going missing, bad things happening here. I mean, I assume that would be like, it would make sense that like spirits or like the imprintation of someone's life on the Earth's magnetic fields, whatever, however you want to explain the ghostly paranormal phenomenon. Like, there was definitely the potential in those stories for this, but this is a whole nother fucking thing. The building fucking heals itself? What the actual fuck?
Well, like, could it be like, you know, in like Legend of Hell House where like they thought it was a million things, but it was just like one thing? Could like the mansion, hotel, whatever be what's haunted?
I'm not familiar.
It's like, okay, so like it's this really haunted place, and then this guy pays like all these people this money to go, but all the investigators keep dying, and he's like, you have to exorcise the house, and I'll just like give you a bunch of money. But then like,
wait, this is a real thing or is this a movie?
It was a book and then it was a movie.
That's why I don't know.
But like, was it a book that like really happened, or was it just like somebody's? I
think
Joe,
it was like,
it literally doesn't matter.
I think it was like vaguely based on something that really. I don't think that people like really died, but I think like the place
inspired by
was
true events. Regardless, we have a building that's healing itself and fucking ghost people.
Well,
and poltergeist fucking bullshit.
I don't know. How do you exorcise the
knives.
house? Do we have like holy water or something?
I don't know. I'm not here to exercise the house. I'm here to document and get the fuck out.
In the movie, they had to reverse the polarities, and then they isolated the ghost into the chapel, and then they had to figure out that the ghost was after everyone's legs, and it was because he was really short. It's a really good movie. I'm explaining it really badly, but it's a really good movie.
That literally made no fucking sense.
Okay, so what are their polarities? How do we reverse that?
They built this like big machine, and then the ghost like kept possessing people and there was this whole like weird thing where the ghost like had to bang all the women. It's probably not that. The more I'm saying it, the more I'm thinking it's not that at all, and that we should think of something else.
Guys, Kenny points up with a bloody hand, like that way, like straight forward. You all turn around, you see two women, two maids. Cleaning a furnace.
Oh, fuck. I pull out my notebook and I start flipping through it.
You see the names Jane and Betsy Willis.
Yeah.
Jane? I kind of go up and like lean against something. I'm like, ladies?
Oh my god.
The two women kind of like look over at you and kind of give like a little like flirtatious giggle as they go back to work. They eventually turn to Nathan and is like, "Sir, you're not supposed to be down here right now. This place is not meant for guests."
Can you help us back up to our room?
I mean,
yeah, we're lost.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we gotta clean this furnace first. Could you help us do that?
Hard pass. I actually think that it would be in your best interest to help us get back upstairs before you clean the furnace.
There'll be a really good tip in it for you.
Yeah, there will.
Yeah.
Shut up,
Oh my
Joe.
God.
I hate you.
I want you all to roll charisma plus empathy.
Oh no.
Difficulty is 8. All of you.
I'm good at this.
Charisma, I have. Empathy, I don't.
Yeah, same.
It's 8.
Difficulty 8. So
I got
One success.
was that a success for you, Nick?
Yes.
Okay. Huh.
Tom has an extra die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have 10 as you all get 1.
So, 1.
Go.
Yeah, all of us get 1. Everyone gets 1.
All right, so the two women are like, okay, sure, this way, and
Awesome.
they lead you to an elevator.
Oh. Is there stairs? I'm
I'm sorry, but there is no stairs that lead down here. It's just the elevator.
That seems
All right.
like a fire hazard.
Is there a chance
It
for
does, doesn't it?
Is there just an exit here in the basement?
I'm sorry, sir. There is no exit.
Like a start. Wait, in general or just from?
No, just to the elevator. You look
How
over and
do
you
we-
see a set of stairs literally next to the elevator.
How do we leave
There-
like the building? Like we wanted to like, go to MVR for dinner. What time of day is it? Dinner. I don't know.
Really
where,
fucking
late.
where is the best place to exit the building?
Damn, it's 6:30 in the morning.
For breakfast.
Yeah.
We could
Early
start the show.
breakfast.
You please come into the elevator with us. You still see the stairs, just
Yeah,
chilling there.
in one moment, actually, if you wouldn't, you know what? How about you go back to cleaning the thing you were go back to doing whatever you were doing, and we'll get you when we're ready to go. How's that sound?
Okay.
And then
And
as soon as they turn around, I point at the stairs and I just mouth.
Yeah, we go.
I kind of grab Kenny.
You attempt to open the door to the stairs, and the door is shut. As you hear the sound of like metal clanking onto the ground, and you hear the two women say in unison, "You shouldn't have done that."
Fucking hell.
Oh, I didn't heal yet either.
You turn back, and you see these women suddenly like they grow like sharp teeth, and they pick up like these shovels, and they just start sprinting at you.
Camera in one hand, X in the other.
Yeah, camera in one hand, knife in the other. I actually switched the camera to my left, so I have the knife in my
Yeah.
right. And I'm actually attempting to like run first.
Yeah.
Run up the stairs.
Well, the
Or
door
into the elevator?
Did the door open to the stairs?
No, it stayed shut.
Even when we try to open it.
Yes.
So it's like locked.
Yeah, it's like sealed shut.
But
Like,
yeah,
is there like a way like around like the furnaces that are there were we like kind of trapped in the corner at this point?
You are kind of trapped in the corner. The other ways are to the elevator or fight.
God damn it. Elevator.
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 Yeah. We get in the elevator. As we get into the elevator, I'm assuming that my camera has been on a strap. I'm just kind of like duct tape it around my torso, like to myself, so I have two hands for the axe.
So you all hop into the elevator as it springs to life and shoots upward.
We didn't touch anything. It just as
It
soon as
just
we got
did.
it wet.
As the four of you pile into this thing, and you see the like two like ghostly like women just suddenly scream and just evaporate. You head up the elevator, and it stops, and the doors open into a very lavish, perfectly lit room. There is like velvet carpet floors. In the center is a cast iron bathtub with water like in like soapy suds in the center, and a woman is in there like kind of like washing up. She turns over to you all.
I whisper to them, I'm like, this is just like in The Shining.
And you see this, like, she has literally just, like, black pupils for eyes. And she has very long black hair. And whenever she smiles, her teeth are nothing but fangs. She
This
suddenly...
is that lady.
She suddenly turns into shadows, into, like, just nothing but a shadow, flies up to you, and then reshapes form completely dry, with a black nightgown made of shadows and black straight hair falling to her face, as she has this big old demonic grin on her face.
Fucking love you, vampires.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Sure. What's your name?
My name is Lucia Di Lorenzo, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
It was Lucia. I knew it was Lucia as soon as you described her. Shit.
She extends a very polite hand to Nathan.
I love Lucia.
She is a recurring character in my game, so for people not initiated.
I have a knife in one hand and a camera in the other. So I kind of like look at both of them and then just kind of nod and say, pleasure to meet you.
Straightforward approach, I like it, and she kind of pats you on the head. She is corporeal.
Which I was surprised by. Like, as soon as she does it, I like kind of flinch and I go, huh.
And she looks over to Paranormal Joe and is like, you're a smart boy.
That's a phrase.
Kenny is screaming right now. He's just, ah!
Can I ask you a question?
I don't see why not.
Actually,
pull out
can
my
I
infrared
ask you
camera.
Can I ask you several questions?
Depends. How about you start with the first one and we'll see where this goes.
Yes. What are you?
What am I? Well, last I checked, I'm a woman. But...
I mean... Yes, but...
Oh, well, excuse me. My name is Lucia Di Lorenzo. I am a vampire of the clan La Sombra. And she gives you a polite bow and curtsy. A vampire, a night stalker. I hunt in the night, and I feed on the blood of the innocent, or the guilty, whichever you feel like that day.
Are you going to feed on us?
I mean, I'm not very hungry, but some of you look very scrumptious.
Okay.
Paranormal Joe is unsure.
I immediately look at Paranormal Joe to kind of get a read on him.
Well, have any of you looked at your camera at this time? Anytime through this?
I pulled out my infrared
She's not
camera.
Appearing.
Yeah, that's why I pulled out the infrared camera, because I remembered the story about how they wouldn't appear. And
She's not appearing in that either, because she doesn't have a heat signature.
Okay, so I put that away.
Because I had my camera out the whole time.
Yeah, mine is like taped to me at this point, I figured. So I put that away. And
honey.
All right, that
Are y'all ghost hunters?
Mm,
Um,
not.
no.
More like paranormal
Not-
investigators.
That's the term.
Yeah.
She just
Hunting
starts
is
laughing.
So are you here to help us? Like, what? Why are you
Okay,
here?
so question number 2. What is this place?
All right, so let's get straight here. Y'all broke into my summer home, and I'm a little pissed about that.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. We
We're happy
didn't
to
think
leave.
that anyone
It's
was.
almost
Yeah,
November.
we've been trying to leave.
Normally, I would have just killed you already, but I feel that this is a little bit more fun, so I want to make a little deal with you. And she kind of puts her hand up and is just smiling.
Do we have a choice?
Well, you do have choices. The other one's probably not something you like.
Yeah, then deal. Let's do the deal.
Well, what
Alright.
can we know the choices first? What are? Is it
Well,
just that we die or we take this deal?
Well, I think that there are 3 options for you right now.
Okay.
2 of which are not exactly optimal for you 2, or you 3, or you 4, excuse me, you 4. So option
Okay.
1 is I give you all a quick death and finish it now. Option 2
Hard pass.
is you leave this room and don't take my deal, and I just keep you here until you die of starvation or, thirst or dehydration. I don't know how long you can last in those Twinkies.
Yeah.
Or option 3, I have a power over Ghost thanks to my abilities with the Abyss and a couple of other friends myself. If you're able to exorcise them from my home, then I will let you all leave with your lives and everything will be fine.
I mean, that sounds like our best option. It's die, or possibly die. So let's go with possibly die.
Okay, so we have to find some polarities. What does a polarity look like?
Joe, shut up. I say, I've read about, I've read about exorcisms before, but I've never really laid much credence to them. But before I would have told you that vampires didn't exist, so who knows? I think
honey.
that... Look, I read a lot of things, and as far as I was concerned, 30 seconds ago, most of it was bullshit, and I'm beginning to doubt that now.
You have no idea how almost on the nose you were.
Oh.
But yeah, I exist. I'm plain as day. See, I can touch you. And she boops your nose.
Boop.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that like the creepy bellhop dude downstairs was actually a ghost.
Yes, that one was John.
Then Jane and Betsy in the basement.
Yes.
Those were. These are all ghosts. These are all ghosts, and you're a vampire.
Correct. Now you're on to something here.
Okay.
So
now you said you had control over them, or are we doing you a favor in ridding them, or is this just a challenge you're posing to us?
a mix of both. I would have the ability to keep them here, which I did for a couple of years now just to keep people out, but they become more of a nuisance than anything, and I'd rather have them gone. And instead of going through the trouble of exercising on myself and holding rituals, you all can do it. So essentially, all you have to do is put these spirits to rest, and then you guys get to go home, and I get to enjoy my summer home, winter home, fall home. Who gives
How
it?
do we put
Your
them to
second
rest? Like, we have to find the body and bury it?
I have some theories.
Some things like that. I do believe, from what I understand, you all at least have some familiarity with this place. So I think that with the information given to you, you guys can figure out how to exorcise those demons and put them to rest. Spirits, I should say. Sorry, demons aren't here.
Oh, there's a different. What?
All right, let's all just do one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Yeah, they exist. One thing at a time, though.
Okay.
I,
I know that we are not, like, in the position to bargain, but would I be able to ask a favor?
Depends on how generous I'm feeling. Go ahead.
If we were to come, at least me, I guess I can't speak for everyone, into some horrible, like, slow, painful death, because I'm not optimistic about where this is going, would you be able to just end it for us quickly, or is this just like we aren't going to see you until the very end?
Caroline?
What
the actual fuck?
I'm being realistic. It does not look great for us.
How about I guarantee that your spirits will not stay here?
That is fine. Where would they go? Like,
I mean, away. Why do you want to get all the answers today? Come on.
It's a lot to process. I have a lot of questions. I would rather not stay here for eternity, though, so that sounds pretty ideal.
I'm now, like, beginning to, like, think, and I pull out my notebook, and I'm flipping through things, and you just see me, like, just scratching huge sections of it out. Flip to the next, read, scribble.
So, like, what kind of, like, vampire lore, like, is right? Like, is this like a Dracula, Nosferatu type of thing? Is, like, I'm guessing Twilight, like, isn't right, you know?
Dracula,
just curious.
Dracula's a bitch. I hate him. Yeah, he exists.
Okay.
Nosferatu do exist too. It's a very complicated story, very long and drawn out. I don't want to bore you all day, but yeah, they exist. They both exist. Nosferatu not exactly attractive looking. Twilight, nah, that doesn't exist. We don't have daywalkers here. We don't sparkle. I mean, I guess I could if I really wanted to, but what's the fun in that? I can do this, and she turns into a shadow and flies around the room and lands back and is like, I think that's cooler.
That's unsettling. But cool.
Like, can you turn into a bat? Like, is that a thing?
Nah, not me. Others can. I can make a very shadow tentacle grow inside you and kill you slowly.
No thanks. I believe you.
That's fine.
I could blot out the sun if I wanted to. She gets like this big smile that goes past her like cheeks and up here.
How
like,
about
permanently?
Not permanently. I've thought about that before, trying it.
Okay, so we'll take.
What
you
are
up
you
on
thinking?
Your deal. We'll take you up on your deal. Exorcism. Sure. Why the fuck not? So yeah, I would like to see, like, kind of like rack my brain for my knowledge, like, of the occult, to like kind of get an idea of what we would have to do to exorcise the spirits from the building. Like, mostly like the stuff that I've read that I've, like, thought of as bullshit before. Now going back, like, with the assumption that it's correct. What do I know?
So what I'm going to say right now is, like, what you know is that you need to find a way to put these spirits to rest. You either have to find an heirloom that needs to be, like, obtained and gotten rid of, or you need to help the spirit overcome whatever happened to them, like convince them that they are dead, or to, like, finish their final, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, their final thing that they needed to do on Earth. So think about the stories: the women in the woman in the furnace, the guys playing poker, and the serial killer and the dead bodies.
Okay. So I'm, like, thinking about the stories, and I'm like, all right. So we know about Jane and Betsy downstairs. Yeah, they seem to have some issues.
While we plan, can I use this, like, first aid kit to, like, patch myself up a little bit?
Yeah, I would say that you have enough time that you all will heal 1 bashing damage each.
Sweet.
Except for Kenny, who still has a giant gaping hole in his thing. He has lethal damage. He can't heal that.
Yeah. So, like we sit and like I talk about it. I'm like, okay, we with Jane and Betsy downstairs. So like whatever their unfinished business,
I'll be right
or
back.
whatever their
All right.
some heirloom connected to them, we have to do something with it or something maybe. Then there's the guys, the poker game. They all killed each other over a poker game because one was cheating. I don't know. Maybe if we can find out like which one was cheating and prove it. I don't know. So then the serial killer thing. But that story was kind of shaky. Actually, I turn back to our new vampire friend and I go, old John, would that be one of the spirits here, or his victims? And his victims? Are those spirits here? Or is that bullshit?
I mean, I said there was a bellhop named John.
Okay, was he a serial killer?
Could have been. Probably was.
I don't like probably.
I mean,
I don't like maybes.
How would you know? Have you ever thought about staring into the eyes of a killer? How could you know what you saw there?
Can't say that I have. So something with that. So maybe find the bodies of his victims, maybe, because we don't know where those are at. Would I be able to make like a check to kind of get an idea of exactly what we would have to do, like knowing what we know about the stories?
Intelligence and occult difficulty is going to be 7.
All right. Intelligence is 5. Occult is 3. So I'm rolling 8d10. Difficulty 7. Oh, I have a -1, but I have a 10. So I'm gonna re-roll to see if I
roll
can
to see if you don't.
least.
Holy crap!
Yeah, I
That
rolled
is
8
god
dice,
awful.
and I got 3 1s.
What were you
Man.
rolling for?
I was rolling a intelligence occult.
Man, you have no idea.
I am like really shook by the entire situation. So let me see if I can at least undo my botch.
That is how we're going to play
Which
that
I
off.
rolled another nat 1.
You are so shaken up by this. Your world has been turned upside down. You cannot think straight.
Fuck.
Someone else is going to have to make this roll.
So yeah, so serial killer fucking shit. Does Bigfoot
Probably
fucking exist at this
Joe.
point?
Yeah,
like,
I'll make a roll.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
What was he
Joe's
doing?
gonna be
Kind of
better
a
at
cool
this
dude.
than I am.
Intelligence plus occult.
Occult.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the difficulty?
Difficulty is 7.
Okay, I get 1.
All right, so that's enough to at least know one of the things. So you're thinking to like a poker game, and you're thinking if you solve the conflict, you might be able to at least release the spirits. Potentially, what you could do, like I said, is find the artifact, find the thing in which they were cheating, and that could reveal to the ghost who the cheater was and release their spirits.
Would this be something I would be able to attempt to?
Yeah, and so could Kenny.
Okay.
As he's bleeding on the ground, still just like, I am staring at a vampire? What the fuck, bro?
And I'm just kind of like pacing around, like muttering like nonsense, like just racking my brains, and like my notes are a mess now, and like pretty much my everything I knew was like simultaneously like confirmed and crushed at the same time.
3
So, like-
successes.
Nathan, you're just in another world right now. With 3 successes, you're going to be able to pick up the other 2. Anne and Betsy Willis do not yet know that they are dead. If you could potentially convince them in some way, then they might be able to pass on. With old Jean, it's not about putting his soul to rest, it's about putting his victim's soul to rest, who are currently trapped in their burial site. So you need to find their bodies while old John is stalking through the hotel.
So, like, have you guys seen The Sixth Sense?
No.
Oh,
Although I do know the
God.
spoiler, everybody does.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's like the
How
kid,
do you
he
not-
sees the dead people.
Yeah, but you know how the whole point was that Bruce Willis didn't know he was dead and he had to, like, convince him?
Yeah.
I think that that's, like, what we should do with those women.
I guess it didn't seem like they knew.
I don't think it did either.
But then does that mean they were like murderous psychopaths in their life? Because they were kind of crazy bitches when we were down there.
Maybe it was like...
I'm going to hit the restroom real quick, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe it was like they... Like, it manifests in weird ways, but they don't think about it, you know? I don't know. What was the other one? We were supposed to... Oh, the victims. I don't know a good movie for that one. I still think that with the other one, we need... No, I do know a movie for that one. It's like in Legend of Hell House. The whole point was you needed to find the body and put them to rest. Except I don't think we have to deal with prosthetic legs in this one.
I've not seen any of these movies.
Well, if we make it out of here alive, we'll have a movie night, and you will watch them.
I think it's the least of our concerns right now.
Optimism.
All right, so card game, bodies, and convince ghosts that they are
I'm back. Sorry about that.
dead. So, all right, so let's do that as quickly as we can.
Yeah, I agree.
Actually, yeah.
All right, what's the plan?
Go to everyone.
Well,
and,
we know where Jane
do
and
it.
Betsy are at.
Yeah.
So let's
So
go
should we
there
go
first.
back down and work
Yeah.
our way up?
Yep.
We know where some of them are. We know the third floor was
Well, we're at the
Lucia.
floor. We're at the floor 4 now.
Yeah. So should we go down or should we go up? Or should we go?
Let's go.
Well, we're
let's
going
go
down
to
no
where
matter
we
what.
know. Yeah, let's go to where we
Yeah.
know where the 2 are. So let's go there.
Yeah.
Tanner, did
Alright.
you see the message in the chat on Skype?
Oh, I will check that real quick.
Yep. Yeah. So let's head down into the basement.
Ah, snap. Okay. All right. So you all hop into the elevator and you ride it on down, back into the furnace room. Kenny clutching his arm. You all stumble out and you see the 2 women still cleaning the furnace. As like some of them are like trying to like crawl in and whatnot. So how do you all want to handle this?
So, do we just want to like tell them?
You're like the ghost guy, right? The
Yeah.
paranormal.
Would I be able to make another check to see? Would I be able to see if like I can maybe make a check to see how would it like to be the best way to convince a ghost that it is a ghost and it is dead? Is that something I can make a check for, or is that something I'm just gonna have to figure
You're
out?
gonna have to talk to him at least before you could ascertain anything like that.
Okay, so they don't look like pissed off anymore.
Nah, they're back to normal. Like,
Okay.
oh hi, how's it going? You're not supposed to be down there. You all are guests.
Oh yeah, actually we were sent down here to find you guys.
Oh,
Yeah. So how is the thing going down here? The furnace, right?
mm-hmm.
Was that
correct?
Great.
Yes, we're cleaning the furnace right now, and we're just about to be finished up. We just got to get into the interior and wipe off that soot.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that because if you do, actually, you did it already. You did it already, and you died. You are super dead.
I'm
We're
sorry.
not dead. Look at me. I'm fine. See? I'm right here. Like, are you, sir? Would you like to go to the doctor? I'm sure we have
I
one.
just reach out my hand and sort of like pass it through her hands.
You actually touch her.
I actually feel her.
Yeah. It kind of like for you, it stops, like right where her shoulder should be. You don't feel anything, but you kind of can't push forward, like just force pushing back.
Interesting.
Like, excuse me, sir. This is very inappropriate.
My phone still like works, right? Even though I have no signal, like it still turns on and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to be like, what year do you think that this is?
The ghost look at those like, well, what is that strange device? It's 1958, of course.
I like pop the screen on, like turn it on, and I like go through whatever apps don't need internet, like Nekatsume, like whatever. And I'm like, this does not exist.
Miss,
it is the year.
This is one hell of a magic trick.
It is the year 2017.
So, if you all I was like, so we could take you all up to the infirmary or to a doctor's office. I am so sorry, Nathan. You see in the back of a furnace something glimmering, and you look over and you see a gold locket attached to what looks like a boned hand, a charred, bony hand.
Guys, there's a locket and what looks like a skeleton in there.
Suddenly, like, the woman starts clutching, like, where's my locket?
Yeah, it's there. And you know what? I think you're still holding it.
No, it's...
You see it? It's a skeleton.
Could you bring it to me?
Guys!
So is the furnace still burning in like reality right now?
In reality, no. It looks like it hasn't been lit in 50 years.
I kind of touch it and feel like, is it hot?
It is not hot.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't hot before they got in it the first time.
I hop in to grab it.
So you crawl in, and suddenly things start to feel just a little bit hotter as you're crawling towards that gold locket.
Shit.
Joe, hurry.
Okay, I just rush in, grab it, get the fuck out.
You grab the locket, and as you're rushing,
I'm standing right there.
Caroline and Nathan, you all see this guy like run up and slam the door shut.
What guy?
It looks like some dude, like he's actually shadowed, like you can't see his face, as he shuts and runs forward and disappears again.
Well, I'm standing by the door.
door.
I'm standing.
Yeah.
Well, I was standing by the door anyway, and if I saw that, I was gonna try and like get in front of the door to like stop it from closing.
Well, yeah, you see this. You grab the door and you fling it back open, and Joe kind of quickly like scampers out before the thing starts to heat up. And the women are sitting there awestruck as they just watch their own murder, and they can hear themselves screaming in like the furnace. Realizing now that they're dead, they slowly start to evaporate and drift off into the distance. After they realize that their death was actually a murder.
I think old John might have killed these folks.
Huh. Yeah, almost killed you.
And on that note, considering the time, I think that we are going to have to pause it and continue next week.
That sounds
good to me.
Yeah.
It's going to be Halloween in 1 minute.
It is going to be Halloween in 1 minute.
I'm about to say, should we just... In the last minute
West
of my
Coast still
birthday.
has 3 hours.